Howdy guys, thanks again for watching. I want to do another quick snippet from Carl Rain's book, and I want to talk about, there's a section in here, and I usually do not get into this when I'm doing classes or anything else because I don't do tactics. I work with basic shooters, and I like to stay in my lane. But here's a good clip or a good snippet from this book from Paul Howe. Paul Howe owns Combat Shooting and Tactics up in East Texas, and then he is most famous for his time in CAG in Mogadishu. So anyway, so there's a kind of a misconception in the defensive shooting community about oh, you've got to get off the X, you've got to move. You've got to get offline, and yeah, there's a time and a place for everything. But you got to remember, our first and foremost goal is we've got to get in the best position we can to make the best shot as possible. So anyway, I want to read a quick excerpt from Mr. Paul Howe talking about shooting on the move. He says it's a skill all shooters aspire to learn and spend a great deal of time and effort trying to master. I've never had to use it in combat. When moving at a careful hurry, I stopped, planted, and made my shots. When the bullets were flying, I was sprinting from cover to cover, moving too fast to shoot. I didn't find an in-between. If I slowed down enough to make a solid hit when I was under fire, I was an easy target, so I elected not to. As for shooting and closing on a target, it only makes the bad guy's accuracy better, and walking into a muzzle may help you test your new vest sooner than you wanted to. Diagonal movements work, but again, if you have to slow down too much, you are an easy target, and you are generally in the open. Speed can act as your security in this case to get you to a point of cover. So, like I said, what Paul Howe says, there's a difference between shooting then moving and shooting and moving. I think there's a time and a place for everything. Like I said, I'm not a tactics expert, but I wanted to share this little tidbit from y'all from somebody who has been there and done that. So, you know, what Paul Howe says is, you know, if he needs to shoot, then he stops, plants, and shoots. If he needs to move, then he gets from point A to point B as quickly as you can. Once again, guys, there's a time and a place for everything. So don't get locked into a box where only one method works. You have to put everything into context. But thanks again for watching, guys. Great book from Carl Rain and John Dobb. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. Catch you on the next.